Hi guys, welcome to 2019 and what do you think is going to be in store? I hope you all had a lovely New Year's Eve party. I just don't even know what day it is lately. I don't know about you guys, but it just sort of seems like everything's all over the place, and I've just been to the beach, so sorry I'm a bit late with this, but I couldn't get myself and drag myself away to take this. I'm not the best person with technology, as you all know. Okay, all right, let's just get cracking. Now the year adds up to a number 3. When there's a number 3 around, that's all about good communication skills. So when you've got that number 3, that's going to be a lucky number for the year. Number 1, number 8, number 9. So particularly the 3 and the 8 are going to be standouts. So if there's a decision around at the moment, if there's any sort of decision around and you need to have a number, you are absolutely going for that number 3, because with a number 3 and a number 1 they're all great numbers. If you're, for instance, going for lotto, you're wanting to add an 8 to your email address, which could be a great thing, or property with houses, adding up to number 1, adding up to number 3. Say, for instance, 21, that adds up to a 3. 26 adds up to an 8. So you get what I'm talking about. They're the 4 major numbers that will come through. The year's about communication. Look, I don't know about you guys. Well, I really do, I guess. And most of last year was very, very much, I would say, a bit of a downer for many people. It was a very challenging year for many, with lots of different things, but it was good with lots of babies and lots of marriages taking place as predicted. So what I feel this year, this is going to be a luckier year, but it's still sort of the energy of the pig is coming in, and the pig year is really, with the number 3, is not as strong as a normal number 3 with, say, for instance, a rooster. Okay, so what we're actually seeing is we're going to see lots of opportunities around properties. Now, I'm going to talk about those in a sec, but I'd just like to give you your money corner for the year is going to be, and you're looking at the far left corner of any room in the home, okay? Far right corner, left corner of any room in the home. So just for instance, that would be a great place to have your office, for instance. So go in there, and a money tree is good. A couple of little tips would be also, if you put some things there in, of course, the colours of, we're looking at earthy shades, and green, definitely green is the colour for putting inside, okay, in that left corner. The left corner there is your money corner. And the whole of the house, if you just knock down every wall, that left corner would be the place. So put things that represent or say, hey, money to you. Whether that's you might put a car there, a picture of the car because you want a new car, or whatever you may want to do. Or even a jade plant would be good, or a lively plant. There are a couple of ideas in that left corner there. And having a wood feature of some description, like wood. If you've got wood floors, don't worry, but you could get some wood placemats perhaps. If that far left corner had a desk on it, you could have some wooden placemats or a wooden desk. But that is what's going on there, okay, with that section. Alrighty, let's move on right now. So we've got the house numbers are the best numbers to buy, and this year's going to be that number, that 1. So get it clear there, 1, 3, 8s, and number 9s comes in as well. So what we're going to look at now is some stocks, okay, stocks for this year. I've got 3 predictions. I'm not, this is going on my gut feeling, anything to do with medicines and food. For instance, Chinese buying up our food and selling it back to us, sort of thing, as shares, going for those, and cancer drugs. And there's one called CELG, which I talked about on Money News last night. I particularly get a good feeling about that. There's going to be a lot of investments because there's so much success with our Australian doctors, especially breakthroughs in immunotherapy, breakthroughs in cancer drugs, all good stuff for 2019. And especially, I've had a dad that was cured from melanoma and had 9 tumours, so we're really looking at the good investments there. The other ones, of course, Amazon. Amazon just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And a one called Alibaba, which is a great one as well. So they're the 3 if you're going to get into the stock exchange. There's lots of different... I don't think the stocks is going to be as bad as what it was last year. I think there's some good opportunities there with some clever new members. I'm going to finish up this section with the properties, and then we're going to move into love and predictions and all that. So I'm just doing this very much all about money. Okay, jobs for the year coming up. the best careers if you've got kids going into the business or whatever, into the workforce, I mean. You've got the careers that are going to be really good are going to be anything to do with technology, of course, that's always going to be the top, and accountancy is really big in 2019, as well as then aged caring, because there's more and more jobs available, or health practitioners, health jobs, assistant jobs, working in the industry, learning about, even if you're doing community nursing or whatever they may be, they're going to be very, there's going to be in demand, and you'll have so much work. That's what I feel. It's going to multiply them with what we've had before. I also feel that what's coming up is a really, great creative year. So anything to do with creativity is going to be really great as well. Other jobs, like, for instance, always the fitness industry. There's a lot in the fitness industries, but if you're going to be personal trainers, coaches, counselling, they're all the main jobs that are really going to be quite strong. And of course, lawyers, because more and more people are suing people. So, and investigations. So they're on the top of the list there. The technology, and various food industries as well. So they're just giving a little bit of a heads up. Now, looking at property, I'm really into property, and I always study property and really get vibes on it. We'll start with Melbourne, because it has softened in Western Australia. But we'll start with, of course, Melbourne, which are Ballarat areas, and Frankston and Shepparton. They're all going to see some strong growth in 2019. You're also seeing Tasmania, a really big splurge in the outer spots from the city, in the outer areas, like you've got your Brighton, you've got your Devonport, and that's for you, Tracy, listening from Tasmania. And hot properties, they're really some hot property spots there. Okay, and further south in New South Wales, we're looking at, like, all the regional areas are really getting a big, especially if they've got coastal and acreages are really going to be big this year, because people now, what the lifestyle changes I predict is going to happen is people may still work in the city, but they're able to get trains, all the trains, the new trains system. They want a lifestyle. They want something to go home to rather than clutter and flutter, whatever it is. So you're going to get a lot of coastal growth within. A big area I'm predicting is, of course, Nowra, down the south coast. I think Nowra is going to see a massive boom down there, just because people are wanting the beach lifestyles and the holiday sort of feel about things. I think also that regional areas such as the Hunter Valley, Southern Highlands, Newcastle, massive for Newcastle, for investments and perhaps going up there, Coffs Harbour, all up there, and going into the Queensland. I mean, waterfronts are always going to go strong in Sydney and any areas, but I'm looking at extra, good money for your buck. Redland Bay is another hot spot, I feel, in the Cairns area. A lot of growth's going to happen. See what I'm saying? It seems to be water and acreages. Lake Macquarie, Singleton, Orange and all those areas around that surrounding Griffith. They're all big, and Cessnock's massive. So hopefully that's a nice help there. But there's a big shift to the beach and the cities, and also you're seeing people wanting to have that lifestyle there. So strong performances, I'm sort of feeling, for all of those things. Okay, and I'll be back, so that in case this video is too long, I'll be back in a soon, and I'll be back with some love predictions and some predictions and some gossip as well. Okay, back soon.